My boy, got to go down with the
You've been
ship.
on big Nick Chubb top 5 for multiple.
And eventually I'm going to be right. So that's why I said if I had to put down 1 million rupees, dude, I would be putting it on Nick Chubb.
Rupees.
Yeah.
Love it.
Say like Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Right here.
We're going to stick with running backs here, but we're going to move on to a tweet that Dave had that probably is going to hurt a lot of our feelings here, but it's facts. You know, we have to talk about this stuff. And so the last running back over the age of 26, says Dave, to have a top 5 fantasy football finish was LaShawn McCoy in 2016. Shout out to Shady there. You also followed this up saying notable running backs who will be over the age of 26 for the 2022 season: Alvin Kamara, Leonard Fournette, Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Dalvin Cook, James Conner, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, and Derrick Henry. So this question is for everyone. We'll start with you, Johnny. Of the 26-year-olds listed, who, in your opinion, has the best shot to join LaShawn McCoy and be the first one since 2016?
I would say if I'm picking, I would lay, and I had to like put 1 million rupees on this, it would be Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb for sure. My boy, got to go down with the
You've
ship.
been on big Nick Chubb top 5 for multiple.
And eventually I'm going to be right. So that's why I said if I had to put down 1 million rupees, dude, I would be putting it on Nick Chubb.
Rupees.
Yeah.
Love it.
Say like Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Shout out Slumdog Millionaire. Fantastic. But Dave, I'll kick it to you now. You can answer neither because obviously this is your tweet and the content you put out. But who do you think's got the best shot to join LaShawn McCoy?
So this is one of those tweets that I threw out there that is just a fish hook, just, looking for people. I don't think that none of these guys are going to finish as top 5. I think that this is the year that the trend is finally bucked, but I just kind of threw it out there just to see how people would react to it. And wouldn't you know, everybody kind of went crazy over it. But I think the big thing is we just saw this lull for almost 10 years where there were like no really good running backs coming into the league. And then 2018, that draft completely changed it when we saw McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook and all these just stud running backs come in the league. So I think that, and you can go back to 2016 when Zeke came into the league as well. So I think that now it's a little bit different because these running backs are very good running backs. And we just haven't really had good running backs in a long time. So I'm going to put my chips on Leonard Fournette. This guy led all running backs in targets last year. He is a 3-down back on arguably the most explosive offense in the league, highest pace of play. He gets a ton of checkdowns. He gets goal line touches. So I'm going to go with Leonard Fournette.
I got to throw in there with Leonard Fournette anytime someone's bringing him up in a positive fashion. I'm sure you've seen the video of him giggling when he gets hit. Have you seen that one, Dave?
No,
you haven't seen that? They might.
Guys that accepts content.
Yeah.
You will find it. You just type Leonard Fournette laughing hit, and you will find him being mic'd up and just different series of 2-3 linebackers just piling on him hitting that truck stick and then going every time. He's like the Hines Ward at the running back position. His neural transmitters up here, the reward and pain receptors are a little bit unusual comparatively speaking. And this dude just loves contact. When I saw this, I was like, you have to pull him off the field. He loves to hit and like might not be good for his body, but it's great for his fantasy production.
He's one of those guys that has been so good since he came into the league and just perennially underrated. I mean, even in Jacksonville, this guy was pumping out great seasons on a terrible team. And I don't understand why people have been sleeping on him for years now in Tampa Bay, but I've got him as my RB3 in PPR leagues this year. I'm taking him.
Oh, wow.
And the nice thing is I don't have to draft him that early, but that's where I'm expecting him to get to finish the season is as a top 3 running back.
I mean, if he stays healthy, I don't think you just got to stay healthy, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing. I mean, that was the whole reason why we didn't get it last year out of him because he was on a tear. Well, it's interesting you bring up the dead zone. You bring up this influx of 26-year-old talented running backs. Philosophically, I think we could see something, in fantasy football where maybe the dead zone doesn't exist like it used to. Like not just these guys, but also every first rounder last year basically got hurt outside of Jonathan Taylor. If you're looking at maybe Eckler. And so I just wonder if we're going to prioritize maybe wide receivers a little bit earlier, push the running backs down a little bit. And then that's just going to create where actually you got to pick one of these studs in that zone anyways. And I think we're going to see, I'm with you on the rebound of the 26-year-old. That might be just because I traded for Derrick Henry with Austin in Dynasty, so I really want to see him continue to do that. But That's
but it seems like, the dead zone used to be guys that like maybe they'll be the starter, maybe they're the pass catching back in a committee. And now the dead zone, like you said, because all these wide receivers are getting pushed up the board. Now in the dead zone, you can get James Conner, Leonard Fournette, Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, guys that are the proven 3-horse backs on their team. So it's just, I don't know if the dead zone really exists right now. This is a different year.
Right here.
Hey, do you like mock drafts? We do too. You can come back every Monday and mock with us. Check out one of these videos and make sure you're liked and subscribed.